Welcome, everyone. Jared Ambeau here, owner of the Ambeau Law Firm and founder of Trial Alliance. This is the issue 39, and our topic today is criminal defense attorneys. So, we had a wonderful victory in my office last week. We acquitted a young man on a second-degree murder charge that he'd been facing for 3.5 years. And the successful defense of that trial is something that we've been celebrating in my office and celebrating on social media and posting and talking about the event, both because I'm very happy about it, but also, frankly, because it's good marketing for me to show that we are skilled, we know what we're doing, that we have success, a lot of success in our criminal defense practice. That is the reality of a criminal defense practice today. It's the reality of business today. I've gotten some backlash from the family of the deceased, from friends of his family, from third parties, uninterested third parties, that somehow that these posts were unprofessional or that they were disrespectful. And these are on my personal Facebook page and business Facebook page, but personal Facebook page is where most of that occurred. And what I've come to after meditating about it this morning and journaling is not anger with anyone. I'm not frustrated with anyone. I'm not irritated with people. I'm sad, and I've expressed that on my post. But more than that, what came to mind this morning to talk about was what it means to me to be a criminal defense attorney. Why do I do what I do? What is this thing I'm doing every day, and why? And this is my story. I was raised in a home that was completely and utterly dysfunctional. My parents were drug addicts. They went to treatment in 1981 when I was 11 years old, tried to get sober. It didn't stick very well. Stuck a little bit, but not a ton. I grew up in a home where the power was turned off constantly and the air conditioner broke and we didn't have anything. I grew up in a home where, at 10 years old, I remember going to my first concert, and it was Stevie Wonder, Hotter Than July. My dad showed me an entire freezer bag full of Quaaludes. And he said, well, I bought these from a guy, and he gave me the tickets. And at 10 years old, I knew they were Quaaludes. Something was wrong in my house, right? I went from that to my own struggles with marijuana and drinking at 16 years old and getting sober and going to treatment during my 10th grade year in high school. I dropped out of school in the 11th grade. I got my GED, and I went to work. I went to work in the restaurant business, and I stayed sober for 16 years, working, doing the restaurant business, doing my thing. And it took me many years to realize that I wanted to be a criminal defense attorney, that I wanted to do what I do today. In this process, in deciding to go back to school in 1999 and seeing my purpose in life and where I wanted to be, something crazy happened. People blew up the towers in New York. And I volunteered 40 days later to join the Army. And in 2004, volunteered to go to Iraq to serve my country. Because what drove me to be a criminal defense attorney, what drove me to be the man that I am today, is the fact that I want to fight for those people that cannot fight for themselves. I am that person. I want to stand out front. I want to be the shield. I want to speak for the silent. I want to fight for those people. I want to be that person. And that's who I am every day of my life. That's who I am as a criminal defense attorney. I fight for the weak and the helpless and the scared and those persons who cannot fight for themselves in an environment where most people don't understand what's going on and cannot possibly fight for themselves. And so it's why I gave 10 years of my professional practice as a contract public defender in the 23rd JDC, despite not needing the money for 9.5 of those years. But I did it anyway. I put my staff on it. I hired attorneys to help me with it that worked for me, that helped me do that public defense work. I spent resources and money beyond what the public defender's office paid me in order to help those people, because that's what I believe in. Because I believe criminal defense attorneys are the front-line fighters for the Constitution of the United States. Because the government, the state, has an awesome power, an awesome, endless resources. And if the state's allowed to do what they want to do to you and I as citizens, then they will do anything they want to us. anything. And the only people standing in between the state and you, your loss of liberty and your loss of freedom, are criminal defense attorneys. That's who we are. That's what we do. We stand up and we take the Constitution and we put it in the face of the state and we say, you will comply. You will comply. You will carry the burden. You will do the lifting to put this citizen, this human being in jail, to take the freedom and liberty of this human being away and put them in jail for the rest of their lives. You will be forced to do that because I am here, because I'm standing guard, because I'm on the front line, and you will not take the freedom of my client away without making the effort, without carrying the burden, without proving it beyond a reasonable doubt. That's what we do. That's what criminal defense attorneys do. That's who we are every day. Public defenders, high-paid superheroes making $500,000 for a single case, and everybody in between. Every criminal defense attorney in between, fighting every day, in and out of court, 4, 5 days a week, hearings all the time, constantly driving around the states that they live in, driving around the areas that they live in, talking to friends, figuring out how to do it, how to be better at this craft, how to be better at this skill, how to stand guard with the Constitution in their hand and fight the government. That's who criminal defense attorneys are. That's my purpose in life. It's my calling. It's who I am, because I am a criminal defense attorney. And that's my message today. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow.